I'll figure it out. It should be fine. Hi, welcome to the Tea Time Podcast with your
Intro.
hosts. Simon,
Hosts.
Simon and Zach. Thanks, Zach.
Simon and Zach.
Yeah,
I'm Simon.
and I'm
And
Zach.
I'm Zach.
Oh.
So,
Mm-hmm.
tea.
Tea. I have tea too.
We-
We both do. It's
We
big.
both have tea.
It's big news.
Yeah.
Another big news in the news. Which
We have a
is
few big news.
yeah.
announcements.
Well, those are announcements. We'll get to that later. This is
Oh.
news. The segment.
Okay.
First we'll go abroad news. So,
Mm-hmm.
the Indians, the baseball team, will abandon their chief logo next year, and they're working on a new logo. That's it. You just hello. God.
I'm sorry. You were cutting out for a sec. It's good. It's good now. The Indians will.
They're gonna abandon their chief logo in place
Really?
for a more PC one.
Yeah.
What do you think it's
That
gonna
makes
be?
sense. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be a peace pipe.
A peace pipe?
I hope, but
Yeah.
it probably won't.
Let's see. They could just go with the classic, just first letter,
Yeah.
or
Or they could just make a logo. I
yeah,
don't know, like a symbol.
yeah, or just change their name entirely.
Yeah, they could be the
Mm-hmm.
Ray. No, that's already a baseball.
Hmm.
Yeah,
What
I don't know.
what state are the Indians from?
Heck if I know.
Me neither.
The-
I didn't write
well-
it down, so
They were from the entire United States before the white man, but
that's true. Do you know anything about baseball besides like it's the all-American sport, or it was?
I mean, like, I know how it's played, but I don't follow it, right?
Yeah.
One for dinner. You're recording.
Yeah, the only sport I watch is boxing
Hmm.
and not UFC.
Ah.
That shit is stupid.
Hmm.
Boxing takes, I mean, yeah, UFC takes skill. I definitely would not want to run into one of those guys, but
Mm-hmm.
it still takes far less skill than actual boxing does.
Agreed. Yeah. I don't follow too many sports unless like they're on, and my dad's watching it.
Yeah.
Which is even rarer now because we got rid of cable and the home phone.
Sweet.
Yep, because no one was watching it. Well, the only time that people were watching was for Survivor,
Okay.
the television show, which
Yeah.
it's okay. Everyone else really likes it. Like my brothers and stepmom really like it.
hmm
Well, what's your opinion? Have you ever seen it?
I've never seen it.
Do
Is
you,
it like one of those things where they land on an island and like have to eat bugs and stuff?
Kinda. So the premise of the show is that you send in an audition tape
Mhm.
to like I guess there's like a council.
Yeah.
So you send in your audition tape and they decide whether you're worthy enough to be on the show. And if you get accepted, you get flown out to an island. You were right there. And you usually get split up into two or more teams. And usually there's like a theme, like from Total Drama. It's basically Total Drama Island. Just yeah, that's it. That's a very
Is it
good.
scripted at all?
No, though. Like at times it can seem scripted, but I think it's. I'd like to think it's all scripted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
Well, that's
yeah, I doubt it is.
I watched it.
Yeah. Uh,
Um,
what was it? Oh,
go ahead.
other news.
Other news.
There's a man. I forget his
Uh-huh.
last name, but his first name is Larry.
Okay.
And he was charged with lots of sexual assault because of the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, have you heard of this?
Nassar. Yeah,
Nassar,
Larry
Larry Nassar. Yeah.
Like
How?
NASCAR, but different.
No, Larry NASCAR. It's like Joe Golf. Have you seen those memes?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna turn down the gain. There we go. Okay.
That guy is
Yeah.
actually Satan.
Yeah, he is. He's like one of the worst people alive.
And that, so many people, hundreds of athletes,
Yeah.
and other.
If you don't want to know what we're talking about, during the Olympics, a guy during like all, was it men's or women's?
Women's.
Women's, yeah. During like the women's physicals, were sexually assaulted by this man.
Hundreds of female athletes.
It's just awful.
And
Yeah.
apparently little girls.
Yeah, like really young women. Like I think,
I'm not associated with the Olympics, but
yeah.
yeah.
Apparently, what I've heard is that they know the Olympics. Whoever runs it, like they knew about it, but they didn't want to fire him because of the PR, the bad press, which is
So
equally shitty.
Oh yeah.
And
he was connected to some university, if I remember correctly. I don't think they knew.
Yeah,
but
obviously.
Still.
But have you seen the video of the judge?
Yes.
Yes. So she just roasts the freak out of him. Like,
that was satisfying.
Yeah, it was. Look it up. Larry.
Yeah.
Larry the Cable Guy. He did it.
See, a lot of people said the judge was in the wrong, the way that she talked to him, and she was like, "I've signed your death warrant. I'm glad to do this," and all that. But I mean, yeah, her bounds as a judge, but as a person, yeah, absolutely. Deserving.
Totally. Let's see. It really shows, like, there are some awful people in the world, which, like I know we have, like, an idiot for the president and, tons of political power held by stupid people, but there are some real monsters. Not to, because the FBI watches our podcast. Not to, not to say anything bad about Mr. President, but
I bet they enjoy it.
Yeah, but it also gives you hope because the judge, I forget her name, I feel like she gives me hope that, like, because, like, the system is, like, horrible and people get away with everything, but it's good to know that there are people willing to work with the system to figure out, like, to figure out how they can do better, what they can do to help out. There we go. Next up on the news is Russia. Russia did a thing.
Russia?
Yeah, Russia.
What did they do?
They got banned from the Paralympics.
Really?
Yeah. So apparently, this has happened before. They got banned from the Paralympics for doping. Yeah. Which is really concerning when like, again is in the title. of the article.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
what you think of that?
I mean, it could be worse. Like this, not to sound flippant, but I mean, this has happened before. It's like not horribly shocking, but I mean, it's dealt with. So
yeah,
whatever.
So,
and I don't know if this was in your news or not, but North Korea is going to the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah, they. I don't know all the details, but I think they've signed some kind of peace thing with South Korea, and they're marching in together.
North Korea, good old.
Although,
as I was saying, they remind this is reminding me very much of World War II.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Because there were the Olympics and the Germans were there.
Rip.
At least Kim Jong-un doesn't think like he's the master race or whatever.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So.
Oh my God.
It's not super bad. I was kind of hoping we'd do like a small segment inside the news. Where was I? Called Florida Man News, because we all know Florida Man, the hilarious meme from
called what?
Florida Man. Florida Man.
Oh, Florida Man. Okay, you cut out for a second.
Yeah.
My bad.
Okay. Yeah. So we're good. Let's do some Florida Man news.
All right.
And I'll read an article. Check out. So here's one. Florida man tries to kiss a rattlesnake, gets bitten.
Yep, there he goes.
That's
Florida man, there we go.
One boy said, "I'm gonna kiss it in the mouth," and then the snake bit him in the face. Ron was just acting silly, you know. I guess he could. I guess he said he could kiss the devil and get away with it, but evidently he didn't.
Jesus.
So that's our Florida man for the week.
Oh my God.
And this was why is BBC covering this?
Oh God, I don't know. Probably because they know that.
They know it's a meme.
Yeah, they know it's amazing.
Yeah. Well, this was from May 2017, so it wasn't. It was a little while ago. But still though. It's still relevant.
Yeah.
Next, I guess, should we take a break from news? Because I got some pop culture news.
Why don't we do IJU news?
We could do that, yeah. Well, was that in? Where was that?
I don't know.
Oh, that's in our other segment, what we're doing and what we're gonna do, where we talk about the games.
Oh, okay.
The books. We could do that now if you want.
No, that's fine. We'll just have to say, make sure and watch the end at least.
Yeah. Well, I've also got some fun stuff.
Cool.
Pop culture. Black Panther's coming out.
Yes. How excited are you? Very. He's my second favorite superhero.
I don't read too many comics, so I don't really know much about everyone, but
grew up with those comics.
Yeah, dude. But the movie, looking fresh as a snack.
Yeah, for sure.
What are your What do you think's gonna happen based off like the trailer so far? Like what's your plot thoughts?
It's hard to say. It's probably gonna be your classic superhero thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, how can we possibly kill the bad guy? And then one person's like, well, we could do this, but it's pretty risky. And then the
And then they
superhero's
do
like, that's the risk we'll have to take. And then they win.
that's it. That's
Like
the
every
superhero
Star
trope.
Trek Next Generation episode ever written. Even though it's an amazing show.
Yeah. What I'm thinking is
I think it'll be good though.
Yeah, me too. Based off what I've seen of the trailers and what I remember of it, because I haven't seen them in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, knock it off your bingo charts if you got them. Simon just burped. What I'm thinking is that the rival dude, he's gonna get exiled, and then he's gonna do some terroristing about, and probably steal some stuff, and he's gonna team up with metal arm dude, not Bucky, the other one, the one with like that has like a sonic arm from the comics.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna try to take Wakanda back, and then they're gonna have a fight in there, and it's gonna leave the city, and then they fight, and then he wins, or
Okay.
the exile takes over for a bit, and it seems like the Black Panther, I forgot his name, he is gonna lose, and then he doesn't.
Yeah.
Let's see how accurate I am when we watch it.
And actually, the guy that plays the villain,
Yeah.
the white guy, the British guy,
Oh yeah.
he is what?
I should probably look at the IMDb so we don't.
Well, I know the actor's name.
Yeah.
It's oh crap. Wait. Oh crap! What's his name? Andy Serkis.
Okay.
That's the actor's name.
T'Challa is the Black Panther.
Yeah.
And it's Claw is his comic. Really, Claw?
Okay. Wait, what?
Yeah, that's just his. I thought he had a cooler name than just Claw with a K.
The villain?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. Well,
all right.
It might be from the new. Well, the guy that plays the villain, he is actually a renowned voice actor and motion capture guy.
Oh yeah. I'm looking at his IMDb, and he's done all the
Gollum.
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he did Planet of the Apes. He was Gollum. He did. I don't think he did the Rocket Raccoon, but he did.
He was Snoke in The Last Jedi. He was
Snoke. Yeah, he's in a lot of really good stuff. He's really good. So it'll be cool to see him actually acting.
Yeah. We saw a bit of him in what was it? Civil War?
Was it? No, I don't think it was.
No, War. Age of Ultron.
I did not see Age of Ultron.
Okay. You didn't miss much. He lost his arm, and that's it.
Oh. Was it a good movie?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was just like the original, but a little bit different.
Oh, I'll have to go back and watch it.
Yeah. I think the comic Age of Ultron is much better, because like the movie was just like a couple days of Ultron. But the comic is like time travel, and there's like multiple Ultrons, and there's multiple Ultrons in the movie, but like the actual comic is a lot. Like there's a lot of Ultrons.
Yeah. Well, shoot, that's like Absolute Final Crisis, which is one of my favorite comics. It's a giant book, and it's a DC book, and it's basically about how Darkseid took over every universe, like the infinite parallels. He just took them over and became every universe's god, basically. And that took place in like infinite timelines and infinite universes, and that comic jumped all over the place. And at one point there was like a meeting of like 20 Supermen deciding on how they were going to get this guy. It was
Nice.
trippy, but it was good.
Yeah. Let's see. Uh, Big news.
Hmm.
Fox. This is a bit kind of old news, but Fox is selling a lot of their like everything except for the news.
They're
So
selling. Oh,
there's so like
like
everything
all their
like
assets.
yeah, like X-Men, Fantastic Four.
Interesting.
Yeah, so guess what
Good.
Disney did?
They
Disney
bought it.
gobbled them all up.
Of course they did.
Yep. So maybe we'll get X-Men movies.
I
And
love the X-Men.
I do too. Like they I think they've done a good job so far like trying to redo it.
Hmm.
Uh like with the whole time shift and what and stuff.
Right.
And I like that. I like Deadpool. I think like at this, it's a little overplayed
It
at this
definitely
point.
is for me.
Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
I would like him a lot. I thought the movie was funny.
Yeah.
And I would like him a lot more, and I would probably read his comics if he wasn't so hyped up by 10 to 15-year-old teenagers.
Yeah. Definitely. I
Like,
agree with
they've
you.
ruined it.
Yeah.
They
So what?
romanticize him so.
Yeah. And they've done like I see a lot of comics of like Spider-Man X Deadpool
Mm, yeah.
on
I
Tumblr
don't
and
like
such.
Spider-Man either.
You know,
Mm-mm.
I definitely like him in his new movie like the Tom Holland stuff, but I think it's just because I like Tom Holland.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh, so that means, what do you think? How do you think they're gonna incorporate the X Men into the current MCU?
I don't
Do you
know
think?
because
Mm-hmm.
X-Men, like, they do some really crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like they could definitely change the universe very drastically.
Yeah.
At least life on Earth. Maybe not like the
Mhm.
universe, but
So
I don't
I
know.
heard I heard an interesting theory the other day.
Yeah.
Uh, because another Marvel movie coming out soon, Ant-Man and the Wasp is supposed to introduce parallel universes to the MCU.
Interesting.
So I'm not sure
That
how
will
they're gonna
be.
do it.
Yeah, that'll be
But
difficult.
yeah, but they're doing that. So what they might be doing is making it so that all the X-Men just like sort of clash in with like a parallel worlds type deal
Okay.
where they just have all new actors except for Deadpool because
Right.
people would get really mad if they did that.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
And there's also news of Hugh Jackman returning as Wolverine again after he said last Wolverine movie. How many
Yeah.
movies ago?
Uh,
I don't remember.
one
Uh,
movie
one.
ago.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
I love Logan. I went to go see it while I was in Florida
Hmm.
with my mom, and my bros. It was so good.
I actually
Probably
missed out on that one too.
really, I
Yeah, I heard
really
it was
enjoyed it.
fantastic.
Yeah, you should give it a watch.
I'll watch
It's
that
probably
tonight.
yeah, it's probably on like one of the streaming services.
Is Patrick Stewart is one of my favorite actors as well,
Oh yeah, yeah, and
and
he was
he's
great in it. Like everyone was great in
yeah.
it. And gotta say, like I'm not the biggest fan of like what would that music be called? I guess it's southernish, western
Hmm.
southern music.
Hmm.
But dang, does it? I forget who the like the main one that they used in the trailer, but it's just
Good
so
soundtrack though.
pleasing to the ear. Yeah,
Uh,
definitely. Yeah.
Also, another
Another
movie. Oh,
yeah,
sorry. Uh,
another movie.
Aquaman.
Oh yeah, I haven't heard much of the production of that.
No,
How's it going?
but I think it's coming
Yeah,
out pretty soon. And
really?
the actor that I can never remember his name. I think it's Jason something, but he is one of the most attractive men on the.
Truly. Did he win most attractive man of the year?
I don't know.
I think he might have won close to that.
If he didn't, it was
Yeah,
it was rigged.
it was rigged. It was totally just off the charts.
And if
Uh
we weren't in second and third place, it was definitely rigged.
totally. You can decide somewhere who's in second and who's in third.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
Let's
put it
vote.
on the website.
Yeah.
Put it on the wiki. Uh, Another thing I'm excited for the merge is Fantastic Four
I am not a
because
huge fan.
really, I liked it. I like it because of like the whole very Marvel like universe stuff, like galaxy wide
Yeah,
dealios. Because they deal with a lot of like big picture, big space stuff, like the Silver
that's true.
Surfer and Galactus and things like that.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see stuff like that, but I don't know. And
Hmm.
I also saw that somewhere on the internet that there's a theory that Tony's Adventures Tower in New York is being bought out by Reed Richards. That's their theory. Like that's why they're moving everything.
Okay.
So who knows? Yeah, the I like it because definitely the stories more than the characters. Like
Right.
Stretchy Boy and Invisigirl, Flame Dude and Thingy,
Rockman.
Rock Rock
Horrible.
Boy, Geo Dude over here.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Uh,
let's see.
um, what do
Have you
you?
what?
Go ahead.
Okay, have you heard of the new Star Wars show that's supposed to air sometime?
Yes, I have.
The one that's supposed to be on Coruscant.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
want
hear
it.
much about it. I just
I heard
heard
a little bit about it, and I only remember a little bit about it, but I want it just because
it's
I've
going to
watched.
be so easy to mess up, though.
It is, but Disney's got those mad bucks, and they
That's
can
true.
do it.
What do you
Disney,
think about them making all those new Star Wars movies? Because we've got the new trilogy, Last
yeah.
Jedi, and all that, and then we
Then they're
had
making a
Rogue
new
One,
trilogy.
which was fantastic. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we have the Han Solo thing. Like,
See, that's on my list next under Star Wars show on Coruscant.
okay,
So I I don't know Han Solo movie. Eh.
yeah,
I think that Han Solo is an overplayed character. Just because like he was the favorite of the old generation
right.
Star Wars fans.
He's just,
Movie, yeah,
I don't know. He's just kind of bland.
yeah, definitely. And also,
Like, they're
it's a lot of that era is like pseudo sexual predator,
right,
uh, mumbo jumbo.
and
But yeah,
the biggest problem that I had with his character in the original Star Wars series was that he introduced himself and he was all like, "Oh, I'm the most famous smuggler in the galaxy."
yeah,
It's like it's not a good thing, first of all,
yeah,
and second of all, you didn't see that aspect of him at all for the rest of the movies.
yeah.
Like
All you saw was like them
he,
going into the smuggle
yeah,
floorboards
it was like he
and
flies ship
Java.
fast,
Yeah,
but so does Luke and
yeah.
Chewbacca and literally everyone else.
Flyship Fest.
He flies ship
Uh, mo-
fast.
Movie I'm excited for.
Hmm.
Obi-Wan solo movie.
That's a thing too.
That's a thing too. Well,
Oh God, they're
it's
milking.
supposedly a thing, but it's probably a thing. And
Uh-huh.
Ewan McGregor would totally sign on for it. He said it himself
Oh,
in like an interview.
good.
Yeah. Uh, I'm really excited for it because I just love the character of Obi-Wan.
I do too.
Yeah.
He been
Uh,
he went through a lot
yeah.
character
And I
wise.
think I think it'd be very interesting to show him like sort of uh the what he did during that like I guess it's 20 or so years because Luke's like 20 in A New
Right.
Hope.
I've
Yeah,
always wondered about that.
yeah. There's like comics and stuff, but most of them aren't canon anymore.
Yeah. So I was actually talking about this with someone the other day.
Yeah,
I am convinced that Jar Jar was a Sith.
me too. I
Like,
think that George Lucas planned that, and then everyone hated him for
yeah,
it, and
the
he
the
switched it
biggest
up last
thing,
minute.
right? The biggest thing that I saw for it was that in a quote, George Lucas was saying, "It's always fun to make a character that's kind of funny and bumbly, and then it turns out as this really powerful master or whatever." And at the time, he was talking about Yoda, but
Yeah, yeah,
his plan, like what people are thinking, which makes sense to me, is that in Attack of the Clones, Yoda, at the same time Yoda revealed his super powerful side, that was when Jar Jar was supposed to, and they were supposed to fight at the end of the movie. And that's also why Count Dooku was such a like bland, static, randomly thrown in dude that
yeah.
didn't make any sense
Hmm.
because he just kind of threw him in at the last second because he knew people hated Jar Jar and he didn't want to like upset audiences with it. And
Yeah, gotta
what I
gotta sell that
really,
merch.
right, what I really
Link
liked
in
about
bio.
the uh, the theory that I liked was that all throughout Jar Jar's biggest scenes, like
Mhm.
when he's promoted to the general, the Gungan general,
Yeah,
and then he's promoted to senator,
yeah, yeah.
and there was one other time
It's all
he
very like lucky that he did that. Like that all
well
happened to him.
well the thing what like it started out people were noticing he in combat he would just you know happened to kill all these droids because he was
Hmm.
silly bumbly Jar Jar.
Yeah,
uh, and then it started becoming a little more obvious, like in one scene he jumps over a balcony in Naboo and
hmm,
he uses the exact same physical pattern that the Jedi do when they jump. And he also, it was like when he landed on the other side of that massive space, most people chalked it off as like, oh, it's just they forgot to edit it. He landed on the wrong side, movie making mistake. But
yeah,
then people noticed in the background of that scene, the droids that were shooting at him actually tracked his progress through the air before they were killed by Qui-Gon. So it wasn't a mistake.
yeah,
And in every scene that he got promoted like that, first to general, then to senator, he did the mind trick hand wave.
yeah,
And also when he was giving emergency powers to Palpatine, he did it to the entire Senate.
yeah.
So,
It's
yeah,
best theory. It makes prequels a little bit more bearable.
it, it does.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still pretty
I
awful, but
I think I'm gonna add that to my character of Jar Jar in our dub.
nice.
Yeah,
Good.
so episode 2 of that coming soon
Yeah,
to a YouTube near you.
sweet.
Uh what are you still haven't seen episode 8, right?
No, I have not.
Uh yeah. I mean, you didn't miss too much.
I tried to watch it on a streaming service the other day, but it was like messed up. So
Uh yeah. What do you think
yeah,
about like there being a whole nother trilogy?
I
Like
think
10,
they're
11,
milking it
12.
way too much.
Me too. I feel like we needed another break. Like we've had
Hmm.
like Star Wars break, Star Wars break, Star Wars. If we keep going, it's
Right.
gonna run into the ground and die.
It's like the only other series that I can think of them doing that with was Star Trek,
Yeah.
and they made actually really excellent TV shows with it. Most of them,
Yeah. Yeah,
like
yeah.
original series, okay, pretty bad, but it was still fun. Next
Yeah.
Gen was incredible. Deep Space Nine was even more incredible.
Molto bene.
But I think they need to be careful.
Yeah.
Because if they milk it too much, then people will just stop altogether and they'll lose a bunch of money.
Definitely. And then people are going to start making their own homebrew Star Wars and picking and choosing what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll call it Star War. War.
Stars Wars. God, I love the Star Wars Clone Wars TV show.
Oh God, I know.
I was watch. I guess let's get into. I guess here I'll say what are we doing, and you say what we're gonna do.
Okay.
What are we doing?
What are we gonna do?
That's the segment that we're on. I've been watching that series, like sort of. The good crunch. I've been watching that series off and on again through the last couple months or so.
Yeah.
I started. I usually do this sort of like a yearly tradition. Sort of I started last year, watching the whole thing through, and I continued it this year, starting around like Christmas time. So I'm on the 5th season, which is. Am I on the 5th season?
I don't know.
I'm asking myself, but yeah, I think I am. Which no, I'm on the. I forget. I'm on one of the seasons, but there are a good bit of episodes that I've missed.
Yeah.
Like through watching it, and mainly because I watch it until I fall asleep sometimes, and then I miss a couple episodes. And for some reason, I missed like a good bit of the final, like Mandalore.
With Darth Maul.
Yeah, Darth Maul arc.
That was so
I missed that.
Incredible.
I just finished watching it, and it's so amazing.
So you saw the battle, the fight scene between Palpatine, Maul, and Savage.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Oh my god. The cinematography, the voice acting on the what was it? The Death Watch leader was a bit weak, I'd say.
Yeah.
But everyone else, like the Emperor, definitely Obi-Wan.
Yeah, for sure.
That was heart-wrenching. It really
was.
If you don't know, spoilers in a bit, but like Obi-Wan's pseudo girlfriend dies freaking tragically,
viciously. Like so really badly. That was sad. I felt bad for him. But the thing, like when Sidious shows up, on Mandalore, and he like ignites his lightsabers or whatever, that gave me freaking goosebumps. Like, I was like, oh god, it's about they're about to throw down.
And when like he put his sleeve down and one lightsaber came out, and he put his other one down and the other one came out, I was like, what?
Yeah,
I mean, I'd assume that he would have two lightsabers, but what?
Yeah.
It definitely comes a long way from the first season. Like the first season, like half the animation isn't even done.
Yeah.
5th season, oof.
The
animation makes me want to like screw you 2D animation. Hit me up with that 3D.
Yeah.
But God, it's a good series.
Real good. And the Gennady Tartakovsky Clone Wars guy that did Samurai Jack, that was oh god, that was so good.
I'm probably gonna rewatch that soon.
It's all on YouTube.
It definitely it is. Or is it FBI agent?
Yeah. I was kidding.
This is a joke. This is a funny podcast. It's a haha. It's a bit.
Start laughing. Like and subscribe while you're at it. Go back and watch every video.
Send a review on iTunes.
Yeah.
Rate us 5 stars. Playing. Started playing a game. Sort of like I started playing Skyrim. I stopped. Fallout 3. Because
Okay.
we bought a bunch of games during the winter sale. Me and you. And I bought 2 Fallout games, and I started playing Fallout 3. Just because
Cool.
I heard like you could, you could.
Yeah.
Just because I wanted to start with that one. It's Fallout 3 is before New Vegas, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got some gripes with the adventure genre of games
Yeah.
because I kind of like it, but I don't think it's definitely not for me
Yeah.
because
I
yeah.
Go ahead. You were talking.
All right. It's mainly I think it's the openness of it. I like it that it's very open,
Yeah.
but I die a lot, which I don't like.
Yeah.
And it's definitely one of those games where if you don't save and you forget to save and you die, you lose a lot of progress.
Right.
And there's a very steep learning curve in games like that,
And
in my experience.
what I don't like about them mostly is that it's like they're like, oh, you can do whatever you want. It's like great, but that's not really fun. Can you
Yeah.
get something to do? And they're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, go all the way over here, and there's
Yeah,
not a fast way to get there.
Yeah, there's a lot of walk. I don't like games that have a lot of walking. Like
And you just,
if
when
there's
you are walking, you just feel so vulnerable.
yeah.
Like it's so stressful, it doesn't seem fun anymore.
Mhm. I felt the same way when I was playing Skyrim. Like I started playing it and then like they gave me a lot of quests and like okay, I'm gonna go here and then just walked.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And Skyrim was my favorite of the
yeah.
adventure category because there was so much that you could do besides the
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
And I tried Fallout. I just
Yeah.
wasn't a thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely like games like these aren't for everyone. And
I liked
definitely
the
not for us.
Fallout aesthetic.
Yeah, definitely. Like the whole story of it, the whole like plot ideal is
50s
yeah, this
thing.
sort of whole nuclear
Hmm.
Fallout. Yeah. Gotta love post-apocalyptic stories.
Speaking of games,
Yeah.
segue.
Segway.
Uh, I'm excited for the new God of War that's coming out.
Oh yeah, I saw that on the
It's
PS4.
gonna be, instead of Greek like it's always been,
Yeah.
it's gonna be Viking
Ooh.
and like old Norseman thing.
Yeah.
And this one's supposed to be a lot more story driven than the past one, and it looks incredible. So I will definitely be playing that.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's a new Zelda game already in the works.
Yeah. Nintendo's back at the grind.
And I
Big
don't know
news.
how they will top Zelda, or Breath of the Wild.
They might do it.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? But Breath of the Wild, great game. Another thing that Nintendo's doing, Nintendo Labo, the meme of Nintendo's right now
So
in
what
2018.
is that exactly?
So, using the like RF, not RF, that's Minecraft. What is it? Infrared, that's what it said. Using
Okay.
the infrared like sensors in the joysticks,
Mm-hmm.
they like detect little like strings and movement inside cardboard boxes to do stuff on the Switch.
Okay.
Yeah. So like
Give me an
you buy
example.
it. Okay, so you buy it. You build the keyboard.
Mhm.
Like there's a piano that you get. So you build that. You put it on. You put the controller in there, and when you press down a key on the piano, it plays it on the Switch because
Interesting.
it uses like I guess probably raycasting to see if you're pressing it down.
So you can just build anything out of a cardboard,
No, there are
like out of
it's
cardboard.
it's like pre done stuff, and you just do what they do, like build like a mech suit, and
So
yeah,
it's like interactive stuff.
yeah.
I can't build myself a girlfriend.
No, but there's some memes in the Discord like that.
That's why I was asking, like, if
Yeah.
that's even plausible.
Yeah. What I think would be interesting if they added like player input like stuff. Like you can make your own stuff.
hmm
So
Yeah.
which Nintendo doesn't usually do. They're very like controlling of their products, but it'd be very interesting. Like I get it's like it's for kids.
Yeah.
Like, because the Switch was very very much so marketed towards young adults to adults.
Right.
Versus the Wii U.
Which crashed and burned.
It did, and until like Smash came out, then like
But
it had a little bit of sales, and
They made it up
that's it.
tenfold with the Switch.
Yeah, definitely. Uh, but I really like to see some sort of like Steam Workshop esque thing with Labo. Like
Yeah, that would be cool. Like
if
a
they
green
had
light
it.
program.
Yeah.
That would be neat.
Yeah.
In other game, well, it's not really a new game. I've just gotten around to playing it. I might have said this before on a previous podcast, but The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt it's now in my top 3 games. It is the best, easily the best RPG game ever made. It's so story driven, and it's just so the voice acting is the best out of any video game I've ever played. The motion capture, like the facial expressions, everything is just crisp and on point. The environments and everything are super detailed and incredible. The quests are like they vary a lot. It's not like a normal RPG and or hack and slasher where it's like go here, kill this guy, or go here and then hold X to pick up an item and then bring it back. They're very interactive and fun. And there's even a game inside Witcher called Gwent, which is a card game that you can learn to play if you feel like it. And that was so fun, and it got so much good feedback that they made Gwent its own full game.
Nice. Is it like a mobile game or just like a PC thing?
I think it might become a mobile game.
Yeah.
But for now, it's on whatever platform Witcher is offered on.
Yeah. Nice.
It's it's excellent.
I've heard a lot of good things about The Witcher.
The first 2 games were way too overcomplicated and blocky and not fun.
Yeah.
But the story in those were incredible too. So if you do decide to play Witcher 3, you and whoever else might, I would recommend reading up on the story up until that point, because it's just so in depth you won't know anything that's happening. But yeah, it's definitely a game worth playing. But it's also very difficult.
Yeah.
So it's not like your normal hack and slasher. You can't just run in and swing. And you know how like in Skyrim, alchemy is like, oh, okay, I can make potions if I feel like it. It's almost necessary in The Witcher because you can make.
Oh, hold up! I gotta block Chandler.
No, okay.
Because he's about to crash this tea time. How do I block him?
I don't know.
Don't. I just said don't. Okay. Wait. I think I made it so that only us two can join.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Back to the show. Oh yeah. I'll definitely pick it up like like on a Steam sale or something.
Yeah, and it's like the alchemy in that game is almost necessary because you can like make oils to coat your blades with to empower it, and like potions and bombs and all kinds of stuff.
Dude,
Very good game.
I love alchemy, like the whole
Yeah,
idea of it, because
yeah.
I'm working on this Minecraft mod. I'm doing I'm doing research for alchemy and stuff,
Nice.
and there's a lot of interesting stuff about it.
Oh, by the way, how's your solo Minecraft videos coming along?
Okay. It's kind of boring.
Yeah.
But I let Nate join just so it's a little less boring and I
Oh,
get it
okay.
done twice as fast.
That's cool.
Yeah. There's like space stuff in there too, which I'm
Sweet.
excited for. Yeah. It's fun, and the fact that it's I gave myself a goal of just getting to space.
Right.
So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna figure out some planets and stuff to some fun stuff to go to.
I watched Achievement Hunter play that mod.
Yeah.
It was pretty
Which
fun.
one?
It's the oh god, I don't remember the name of it.
Because there's Galacticraft, and then there's
That's what it
a new,
was.
yeah, there's a new one called what is it? Fuck, I forgot. Some sort of space words.
Are you playing Galacticraft?
No, we're not. It's like a spirit. It's spiritual in the way that it's space.
Ah,
Uh, because it's like a multi-block tiered thing. So like you build your own spaceships,
gotcha.
and there's also like giant multi-blocks that you can make. Like you can make a terraformer to uh, change the planet's atmosphere to make it
Sweet.
breathable.
That's cool.
Or you can make like satellites. You can make a space station that like travels at warp speed to other planets.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to make a space station.
Yeah, that'll be
Uh,
really cool.
I'm gonna make it look like a big old spaceship.
I'll watch when that happens.
Yeah. Um,
um,
which will be fun with Nate going on adventures to space.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, it's a
I,
decent series so far.
I meant to ask you.
Yeah,
So I saw on the short that you made that the
yeah, the all one mark queens thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
are all those views that we have legit?
yeah, on that. Yeah.
That seems like such a like I understand that yeah, maybe somebody watched it a couple times because they missed it,
hmm
but like
Yeah.
that seems like such a huge jump
hmm
from normal views. Like
Yeah.
even our normal audience, say 40 people, 40
Yeah.
views, even if they all watch it 3 times, that's still 120 views.
Yeah. I mean, like I've watched it like probably 10 times.
Yeah, but maybe it's
And
because of the title.
maybe
That they,
I'll check the stats on it because I haven't checked the the super stats. I've checked like the stats on my phone, which
oh, okay.
aren't really enough to go by. Like
I can't. The only
I can
thing
check.
I could think of
Yeah.
was
Like
that it was just the title, like people looking for that video.
well, I also put it on my story.
Okay.
Yeah, so like that got a bit more attention through that.
That is like
But
that would be interesting though. Like if we did the titles to where people like as clickbait, and then people are like, oh, they're actually funny. We can,
yeah,
I watch their stuff.
that's why I started doing the cold open thing, like cut a funny bit from it and put it at the beginning.
I feel like that's very useful.
Yeah, because
I
like
think that's
there's this whole staying with YouTube. Like if you don't catch the audience's attention in the first 10 seconds, they'll click away.
yeah,
Just like an average viewer, like not
that
like
is good.
someone that comes back again and again.
Hmm.
Just like the random like scroller. That's
And
the statistic that I've heard.
I really need to watch our stuff. It's because
Yeah.
it's very different from when we record it,
Yeah.
and I
There's
forget a
definitely
lot.
a level of humor that's lost
Um,
when it's played back. But some stuff like the Doki Doki Literature Club,
yeah,
that shit's funny.
I think that
Like
was the best thing we've ever recorded.
it definitely is, and it's not getting super big views, but it's doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that could
More
be
of that.
one that you advertise as well because so many people are playing.
Yeah, definitely. I'll put it out there. Let's get back to some stuff. I have a lot of
How we
stuff that
doing?
I've been doing because it's been a while since we last done this podcast.
Yeah.
So shows that I have watched include the Eric Andre show. Really good show. Gotta
Mm-hmm.
say it's definitely in my top tier shows now. Like of shows
Yeah.
that I can just come back and watch to at any time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh uh have you watched all of it?
I have not. I haven't watched a lot of it.
Hmm. It's all on Hulu, which you now have.
Mm-hmm.
So give it a shot.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Watch. Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Uh, a similar show in the style of Adult Swim is Lorder Squad, which is like Tyler Creator and his buds
Yeah.
made it, which is like funny as shit.
Yeah, I bet. He's
Yeah,
really weird, but he's really funny.
it's a similar brand of humor to Eric Andre's show, but it's just like all goofs
Yeah.
and bits and stuff like that, which I want to do more of on our channel, like just like live action stuff and street goofs.
Mm-hmm.
But street goofs are a lot harder to do in Huntsville, Alabama. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that much. Uh, uh, anything else about that show? Not really much. Uh, I need to listen to some of Tyler's stuff because you said that like one of his albums is your favorite album out there, right?
Of all time.
Yeah.
It's called Flower Boy.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah. I saw
can,
some promotional stuff for that.
I mean, when you're driving, like when you're
Yeah.
when you're in class, like you can listen to that album straight through. I like every
Mm.
single.
I'll give it a shot because I like last time on the podcast you said like I said I've been listening to more podcasts. You said that you've been listening to more music.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have been listening to more music definitely
Cool.
as of late. I started listening to Glass Animals, which Julie recommended to me.
Yeah.
And they're pretty. I like them. It's a
Yeah.
good band.
I like. Yeah, I like them for sure. It's yeah.
One thing about music that like I never really am good at is the names of stuff. Like people ask me, "Oh, you're into this band. What's your favorite song?" It's like
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't tell you an album or a song.
A lot of the
Uh,
time, it's like the stuff that I listen to the most is just stuff that's on my Spotify, and I don't like look
mm.
at everything. I just let it
Yeah,
play.
yeah, yeah. And people call you like fake fans or whatever. Just like
Faux
you
fun.
know, what you're wearing a Led Zeppelin shirt. You're not a true fan. You just bought that shirt and said that you listened to it.
Right.
Yeah. Which I did. I have listened to some Led Zeppelin stuff.
I like them.
They're pretty good. Me too. They're pretty good. Show that I started watching by proxy, not like by myself through other people, is
Mm-hmm.
The Office.
Yeah.
Probably said on the show before. Not the biggest fan
Yeah, me neither.
of the
I
show.
can see why people like it.
Me too, definitely.
It's popular
But
for a reason.
I've got to say, some of the characters definitely grow on you.
Yeah. That's
Like
why I kept watching it, honestly.
yeah, mainly like I made this analogy while watching the show. Uh, God, I forget their name. Dwight, and the other
Yeah.
guy, Michael. Uh,
Michael Scott.
Michael Scott. Yeah. Uh, they are the epitome of the voice in your head that you ignore.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like if you go up to someone and say, "Hey," and you think of a bad joke and you don't say it, they would say it, or one
Yeah.
of them would say it. Or you do something awkward and you don't really apologize for it. Uh, uh, that's a bad example. They wouldn't apologize for it.
That's accurate.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, how are we doing on time?
Pretty good. 50 minutes in.
50 minutes?
Uh, 15 minutes, yeah.
Cool.
Only 15.
15 minutes in.
Yeah. And I've got some stuff that I want to get to. Uh,
Okay.
and I've got to edit some stuff out too, so we'll keep on going. Already talked about it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, and I've started noticing this a lot more with shows because I want to get into like TV production, and like movies and stuff. Probably TV is, like the viewer character, the character that is the viewer in situations.
Mm-hmm.
I've know like a lot of shows has have them like just like your average Joe to sort of
Yeah.
view in on their world. Like Fry from Futurama is a good example. Most oftentimes, more than not, it's the main character of the show.
Right.
Like Steven from Steven Universe, which you don't know.
Uh-uh.
Uh, uh, I guess Marco from Star versus Force of Evil, also which you don't know. Some people will. What else? That I made it. It was a good example of it. The reason, yeah, The Office. It's the intern guy is
Yeah.
the view in the
Yeah.
fire boy, the man, the guy that started the fire. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
Which is kind of ironic because he didn't want to be uh known by that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Show I
You can just
started
jump on
watching.
whatever you want to. Mm-hmm.
Devilman Crybaby. Now I know what
I
you're gonna
saw
say.
that.
It's an anime, and Simon, you don't watch anime, and you're right. But everyone kept saying watch it, so I watched the first 3 episodes,
Is it
and then
good?
I fell asleep. It's pretty good. There's a lot of nudity.
Mm-hmm.
There's
That's
sex
fine
in
with
it.
me.
Parents,
That's
I'm not. I
also
I don't
fine with
watch
me.
it. Parent, I don't know. Parents slash grandparents slash close friends. What's a naked body? I don't know that. Skip
Yeah, I've
the
never seen
rest.
that.
What's one of those?
What is drugs?
What's a drug? Uh, but
So
it's pretty good. But like, it's definitely not a show for me to watch in the middle of the night
why is that?
because uh, it's a little scary
Oh,
at
okay.
times. And there's a lot of gore. There's a lot of blood. There's a lot
Oh,
of
weird.
boobs.
That's fine.
A lot of boobs.
Oh, okay.
And the animation's really good too.
Cool.
The art style isn't my favorite. Definitely
Mm-hmm.
like the nudity art style. Like the nipples look a bit weird,
Yeah.
but that's just my taste.
Okay.
So
I'll try it.
do you know the basic plot of it?
No.
Uh, so like the basic thing. If you don't want to, do you want spoilers? Do you mind?
Well, I'm gonna watch it, so
Yeah. Uh, it's how do I say? It's very. I'd say it's very high school, like
okay.
non-spoilery. Like the friend group in it stays together through their running team. I guess track. That's what it's called. It's very. I don't know. What's a word? Hmm. Fuck it. It's one of the words. It's a good show.
Well,
Watch it. Watch it
I'm
if you
gonna
don't know.
start it soon because the only reason I didn't is because I started at like 3 new animes
Oh yeah.
within the past week, so I'll get around to it
Here,
soon.
here's some funny shit. On my card that says random shit that I was supposed to put in through out the episode to make it less boring. Uh, Elon Musk is doing a thing. You know Elon Musk,
Yeah,
creator of SpaceX and PayPal and everything good.
creative space.
Space, he made it. He collaborated with Al Gore and
Yeah.
um that one guy. You know the one
JFK.
that fell down the stairs. and hurt his legs real bad. That's why he's in the wheelchair.
Bill from accounting. Oh, you mean Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, Stephen Hawking. I forgot his name.
I see you, Bill.
Elon. Looking at us from the
Accounting
stairs,
chair.
from the accounting chair. Elon Musk is selling flamethrowers for $500.
What?
Yeah. So
That's
if you
not
have
so.
$500 laying around, which isn't a lot of money for a flamethrower.
No.
Like usually they're like $1,000 to $2,000, but he's selling them for $500
Why?
because he can, and he's Elon Musk.
That's ridiculous.
And like I forget what he said, but it was something along the lines of, "Don't buy one of these because it's not safe,
Why are you
or
selling
unless
them?
you hate fun." So
What?
yeah.
This man.
Oh, that was a
Um,
Snapchat.
Is that from Hannah?
No, it was from Sid in the pets
Oh.
group me in the pets chat.
Oh.
Another cool thing. The a UK water company, I think multiple, have been using divining rods to find leaks in pipes.
That's so weird.
Yeah, but it
Is it
works
working?
apparently. It works, which
Weird.
is very cool. So for the viewers at home that don't know what a divining rod is, it's like it's a 90 degree. It's like a metal. It's a metal pole that's been bent at a 90-degree angle, and you hold two of them in your hand, and it's usually used to detect like spirits or ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
And if you walk around the room or like ask questions, it can move to cross to cross each other for like a yes or like success, or like a no if it moves away. And they're very sensitive to like your touch. So apparently it's very easy to cheap it out. But it's been working apparently, and it's very interesting.
We should get some.
We should do a spooky thing.
So yeah, definitely. I do want
Yeah.
to do that. And it doesn't have to
Yeah.
be seasonal. That's
Yeah.
funny all the time.
Yeah.
It, like, us freaking out is funny, not on Halloween.
Definitely.
So that's similar to a dowsing rod, right?
It's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
It's just like dowsing rod, divining rod. It's just like UK versus America.
Oh, okay. We do need to do a spooky thing. So that'll
Let's do
be
some-
in the works soon.
Yeah. Once I get my camera fixed.
We need to
We'll do that.
plan that. I have a really
Yeah.
good
You do? Let's just do that.
I have a very good camera.
All right, we'll do that. Another random shit topic. I've been mulling this over for a while, and I think it would be great to just be a house husband, or for the ladies out there, a housewife.
Yeah, I would be fine with that.
Because like, if I didn't have if I did YouTube and was a house husband,
Right.
I would totally be fine with that because I'd
I
have
would
a
need
little bit of
something like-
income, and then I would just spend the rest of the time at home with like kids or whatever and doing chores.
Shoot, if you did like art, even
Oh yeah, yeah. If I just did like art and shit and did
Mhm.
commissions,
that would be fantastic. That would fit you very well, honestly.
thank you.
Not
I
like
guess thank you.
I don't know how to say it. Like,
Yeah. I get you.
I would
don't know
do
how
it. Like, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, just like sit because like I love like to keep my house clean. Like
Mhm.
despite what everyone says about me because I have a messy room 24/7, it's just like I do a lot of stuff and
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like it, but like half the time I'm looking up it's a lot of YouTube. Like I spend a lot of time researching stuff
Yeah, you
and
do.
trying to figure out how to get rid of this dang noise on this microphone
Yeah.
instead of buying a new one.
You are a very good
but-
problem solver.
Thank you. I've definitely been told that. Like if I feel like when people have told me like if I set my mind to something I can do it.
Definitely.
House
Yeah,
husband.
that'd be cool.
Lost my train of thought. Uh, but like I because I like doing chores, just like looking around the house, seeing what I can do.
Right.
Because and when you have a clean house, there's a feeling of like like you're accomplished, you've done something, and you're not just sitting in gross
Yeah.
filth. And like I get like I'm a very like messy person in the fact like my room gets messy very quickly.
Hmm.
But I don't I like because I know where everything is and it's very easy and whenever I clean I forget where I put stuff.
Yeah.
Uh which is like my only argument for that. But
Um,
my other point to like making it clean is like not necessarily organizing everything, but like keeping it livable, like
right.
trash and gross stuff.
And I just like the satisfaction of watching something become clean.
Yeah, definitely.
Like it, just put on some music, jam it out. Like,
Yeah, music. Like just listening to music and doing chores is great.
yeah.
Like and if definitely like one thing that I've found trouble is like I feel tired a lot. So like when I
Hmm.
come home, I usually like I don't want to do anything. I just sit on the computer and do whatever.
Right.
Uh, but like when I wake up and I have energy, I feel like doing stuff. Uh,
Yeah.
and when I wake up and feel like doing stuff and I just sit on the computer, I don't feel like accomplished as much.
Right. It makes me
Uh,
uncomfortable when I have days like
yeah,
that.
yeah, definitely.
Like I need to do something.
Yeah, like like Saturday, no Sunday, I had a day like that where I just like woke up, I was feeling all right, and I just straight to the computer
Right.
working on stuff. And it definitely took a toll on me.
Hmm.
Like we were gonna record tea time that night, and I'm glad we didn't because it would have been god awful.
We are very similar in aspects like that sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. Like
It's weird. Like a lot of the time we're very different, but I don't know.
yeah, you have to find a nice balance. Definitely with like relationships and friendships. Like you have to find a balance between like similarities and differences.
Yeah.
Because if you're too similar, then it becomes an echo chamber, and that's very bad.
There are days where we are an echo chamber.
Yeah, definitely. Like quite literally in the fact where uh
We'll
we
say the
we
exact same thing.
it was very trippy. The other, I forget what it was like a week ago or 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago, where we were talking, and someone asked a general question, forget what it was about, and me and Zach answered the exact same way with the same like kind of monotone voice, uh, at the exact same time,
Same
and
words.
the
And then they said something else.
and then we kept
And
doing.
we did it like 3 times in a row.
And we didn't acknowledge it, which was the funniest thing.
Yeah. They were
We just
just like,
passed it off.
um,
Because definitely after like it was because like it was like the day after, not the day, like the definitely like around the week after we did all the Doki Doki stuff.
yeah.
I think that was it. Was it?
It was around that time.
Yeah, it was around that time. Because like I was thinking like definitely when we record and do stuff, we definitely get on a very similar frequency.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I
Figuratively, not literally. We don't brains don't output a radio wave.
got him.
Yeah,
Um,
you
I
dummy.
soak up your
9/11.
sense of humor
Hmm?
quickly.
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah,
we
definitely.
change our speech patterns a lot
Yeah, yeah.
for that, like, very specific joke type that we do.
Uh-huh.
And it fits for pretty much everything we do except tea time.
Yeah, tea time is very monotone. No yelling, just talk. And goofs and a funny goof.
Yeah,
Uh, is that oh, new stuff. I want to do some stuff with this show.
you did what?
I want to do stuff with tea time. Starting with the Tea Time Book Club, which the name we can workshop. We
Oh,
talked about this last year before the
yeah.
break, of starting a book club of sorts where we each read the same book and talk about it. just
Yeah.
to sort of I don't know, do it just because,
Hmm.
well, mainly because I don't read a lot, which definitely takes a toll on me because uh you've definitely seen it if you watched the Doki Doki series. uh but I need to read more, so this is a good way for me to make an excuse on to read.
I'm definitely
And
a reader.
Zach is definitely a reader.
I read a
I'm
lot.
definitely a more visual person.
Yeah.
Uh, because art is life.
And we could be like, okay, start the book now, and then when
Yeah,
me and you finish, we can put out a video about it, and we'll just say, don't watch this unless you finished it or whatever.
oh yeah.
Because
Well, what I was thinking is like what we do is we do it in the podcast as a segment,
okay,
and we talk about, like, we each read like the same amount
gotcha.
per week, and then we talk about it
Hmm.
like a book club.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
So, what book should we start reading, Zach? Is there a good thing that you've been meaning to read on a third grade
Hmm.
level?
um,
Ow. Hmm. We
that's
could we
difficult.
could we could read one of the books that I bought for school, which I didn't end up reading, but I did a project on.
Which is.
The Picture of Dorian Gray.
Hmm.
Heard it's decent, but I'm not
Yeah.
really into classical literature as much.
I'm
Are
not so
you?
much. No, not
Yeah.
really. We could always do like, oh, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh yeah, I love that book.
What about that?
We could totally do that.
Cool.
Although I did think I gave my copy to Nate and I never got it back.
Oh,
Hmm.
rip. Well,
And let's we'll talk more about it, definitely.
yeah, we'll work
Before
out
next
the
week.
kinks.
Yeah.
Cool.
Uh Kinks is a good band too. So like,
Really? Never
yeah.
heard of him.
Yeah, they do our intro without permission.
No.
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't know
Uh
we had a musical intro.
yeah, I added it in.
Cool.
But I don't do it for the YouTube
No.
because those get taken down.
Right. Well, sweet.
Yeah.
Um.
Another, I guess it is kind of wrapping up point, so we can start mentioning this. Live shows. Uh, Here in Huntsville, Alabama,
Mhm.
which, if you don't know, we live in.
Yep, we're there.
Uh, the Low Mill, they need stuff
They do.
to put on, so they're
Yep.
gonna be doing like stuff nightly, maybe weekly. I'm not
Mhm.
sure how often they're gonna be putting stuff out during the summer, but my mom, who works there, has this sounds very like like my mom, my uncle owns Microsoft, and he'll ban you. Uh,
Yeah,
but she works at the Low Mill, and we are probably gonna be doing some live shows soon, and it's gonna
which
suck.
would be excellent.
Yeah, it'll be fun, and it'll be tough, but we're
Mhm.
gonna do it. And it'll probably be in a similar fashion to how we do it, how I did it this episode with note cards,
Yeah.
so that we don't lose track of what we're doing.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll definitely have to do a lot of planning during the week,
Yeah,
but that's fine.
up
It's
to
worth
it.
it to me.
Yeah, and plus we could probably record it and put it out. So what I'm
I was gonna
thinking,
say we could. Yeah.
yeah, what I'm thinking is that we give it a special tea time name.
Yeah.
Uh, I put that under it on the
Do
note
a new
card.
loop.
That too. But what I was thinking, the only idea that I came up with was this tea time with Zach, Simon, and you.
Wow.
Yeah, so good. But that's all I have. What's some ideas that come off the top of your head?
Um, it's live from Huntsville, Alabama. It's tea time night live. It's like Saturday Night Live.
Late night tea time?
Yeah.
Because we'd probably do it at night compared to we already do it at night. Tea time live?
Yeah.
Yeah, good classic.
We'll think about it.
Yeah, we'll workshop it.
What you could do is like for the new logo, if we did Tea Time Live, you could just do like live in red letters like they do in an actual studio.
Yeah.
Whatever, we'll figure it out.
That's the end of the show.
Mm-hmm. End tro.
And if you don't already know, this is Tea Time Podcast with Simon and Zach. We do other shows.
And I'm Zach.
And he's both of them. We do other shows. Our YouTube channel is out there. It's just us. Our website is igushows.com. If you're on iTunes, leave us a review. 5-star us. Subscribe.
Tell us we're doing good.
Yeah.
Send us an email.
We love feedback. If you have a question that we didn't do any Yahoos or questions.
Yeah.
But if you have any questions, send them over to me at adviceteatime@gmail.com. And we will answer them.
Yeah.
And that'd be a good thing to do at live shows.
Ask
questions.
Yeah.
Like set up a mic for the boys.
Yeah.
The audience.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
We're definitely getting bigger.
Slow. It's a slow but steady race.
It's like you said, if you do it, it'll do it.
This week's podcast is sponsored by Maplewood.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are
tough.
Maplewood companies out there. You know who to talk to.
Yeah.
Hit us up.
We're not big enough to get real sponsorships, so I make them up. But if you'd like to sponsor us, send us an email at adviceteatime@gmail.com.
Yep. And we'll say at the beginning of every episode, we'll say, if it's we'll say, eat this guy.
I don't think that's a good thing to say. I think that it indicts cannibalism. Promotes it. Because he said, eat this guy. Zach? He's gone. I guess it's just me now. On Tea Time with Simon. Wow. Welcome to the solo show with Simon. The Simon Show. There's another episode of this on the other thing. Episode 2. News. There's some news going about. The Planet of the Apes. That's a real place. Scientists found it in the Andromeda Galaxy. They found a planet that's full of apes. Not sure how they got there. It's scientists believe that it's from the Russians sending apes into space, but no one's for sure, and no one's sure how they got there. But they're there, and I guess that's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. This has been Tea Time with Simon and Zach. Yeah, he's gone. He just left the Discord. All right. Thanks for listening.